Hello, everybody. It is a Sunday,
Another one.
another Sunday. So, welcome to another Sunday Gamers Therapy Show. For all those on the podcast, again, we appreciate you guys tuning in, and you're more than welcome to join us. It's Sundays at 4 p.m. live, and yeah, we would appreciate you being there. All right, this Sunday we were scheduled to have um, a game developer who's developing a game on Kickstarter here. His name's Ivan. Um, and we're just waiting for him. He's in a different time zone, so we're
I'm
not sure
hoping.
if there's we're not sure if there's an issue with that there or not. But we'll go ahead and just kind of fill you in on our week while we give him a few moments here. And if not, we'll just continue our show because, hey, that's what we do, anyways. Improvise, overcome, adapt. That's all we can do. So, um,
Pretty much.
this week we finished up everything got finished up at the end of the month a couple days ago. So, we're just kind of waiting to see Mini Warmut's outcome for his paint challenge. I'm not sure
How he's going to do it.
what he's doing or who's winning, but we got our stuff in. I got in as much as I could, but those of you that's been listening know
Telemachus!
that we
Welcome.
had things going on. Hello, Telemachus. How are you, sir?
Always a great day to see you.
Greetings back to you. Um, we are just kind of waiting for our guest. He's got his invite, so we'll see if he can make it. I know there's a time difference, so I'm hoping he didn't
Realize that?
get it confused. Yeah, but anyways, we're just gonna keep going on. Anyways, Telemachus, we're just be ourselves. So greetings back to you, sir. Um, it's been another week. You can see in the background there, I got a jar. Well, it's a big jar actually. I'm gonna do a little video on how to make homemade, homebrewed iced coffee, and
You know, Greg, he
cost-
has to have his coffee.
that's right, man. And the cost effectiveness of doing it at home as opposed to, I mean, everybody's going to say, "Oh yeah, I'm sure it's cheaper at home," but I don't think they're going to realize it's considerably cheaper. So, anyways, look for that here. Hopefully this week, I want to try to get that done and get that out too. Just because we're gamers with coffee, and you know, that's it.
Charles, we appreciate it that you're here.
Charles says he's here and he's unloading
Buying
his
groceries.
groceries as he listens. Hey, you must have done good at the casino if you can afford to buy food in our country these days. Heck yeah.
Especially in California.
Going to the grocery store is like being robbed anymore. You just it's I don't know. It's getting ridiculous. Even in a cheaper state like where we live, it's tough.
You can't
man.
get out of the store without spending minimum of $50.
They're cutting into my
Coffee
hobby money. So, pardon me, so it cuts into my hobby money, but you gotta eat sometimes, right? Um, let me see here. Dum, dum, dum.
See, that's not going. Why?
I don't know.
Let me check.
Check
Maybe
it.
it automatically just goes.
Maybe it automatically does. Yeah. Facebook is is still difficult. Not doing anything.
No.
Just share it over there, then Ash. Can you do that?
Yeah. That's
Just
what
do
it is.
that.
I'm wondering if it's not going to the page.
No, it does go to the page.
I think that's where it's probably going to be going.
No, it goes to the Facebook page, but I try to get it to the group because the group is, more active than the page. The page is good too. So you guys should be able to see it pretty much. The only place I don't try to stream is Instagram. They don't let you stream very long. It's real picky. So I think and then again, they're tied in with, Meta, so Facebook. So it's one of those. They kind of want everything focused there. But the game developer that had scheduled to be here today. He's the developer of Iron Scales. We can show you a little bit about his game. Like I said, I'm not sure what happened. He emailed me just the other day. He was ready to be on and all that. So he even was kind enough to send a phone number. So I've texted him and emailed him. And
We'll see.
well, hopefully he can make it. Maybe something come up. You know how life goes. Things come up. But what I will do for him is
Well, at
just
least show the
kinda-
game off.
we'll just kind of show you a little bit of what he's doing at Kickstarter. And it is a game called, you got that, Ash?
Yep.
Called Iron Scales. So it looks like it's going to be pretty good.
I'd blow that up more.
Yeah, so hold on a second here.
Chris!
Hello. Chris from Not Jay's Tabletop says, howdy, folks. How are you, Chris? Well, I've had fun the last month, in and out of the hospital too many times and fighting off infections, and hasn't been a fun 30 days. Let's put it that way. There. So you can go to Kickstarter and you can check it out. It is a Ashley can kind of read that for you.
Iron Scales control armed dragons into battle. Fast-paced, tactical, modern weapons, and epic air fight in post-apocalyptic sky war.
Yep. And so it's he's created this game, and looks like the map down there is got hexes on it. So
load your weapons, mount your dragons, prepare for war. Only the strong survive. Will you be the one to dominate the skies? Ages 14 plus, 2 to 6 players, 40-minute battles.
yeah, sounds like it'd be pretty fun, and it's hex based. It looks like. Chris says, "I'm doing well. Hope you're doing better." I'm glad to hear you're doing well, Chris. I am doing better. It was a very kind of it just was really bad without going on and on. But things seem to be working their way out. I finally got my blood pressure down enough to go to see the dentist on Tuesday. So Tuesday they're going to remove part of one tooth that's stuck in there, another tooth, and some of the jaw, whatever, gum, bits of bone, what they say they got to do. So it's not going to be fun, but at least it's being done on a Tuesday.
Trying to get a better picture of it. Sorry, I'm moving it. There we go.
Yeah.
Nope, we took my other monitor away from me. We have it hooked up to our Xbox right now. So I don't have my camera right here.
Well, we didn't really take it.
It's all good.
It's that way we can start doing some things too. Battlefield 6 is coming on the 10th, so that's
Yep. We should be able to start downloading tomorrow, I believe. The 6th.
I think they're going to let you pre-download.
Yep.
But you can't play, but you can.
At least get it downloaded.
Instead of trying to have everybody downloading it day one while playing day one, it would make sense to not jam up the servers like that.
All right, keep going.
Huh?
Keep going.
Ah, you're good. Let's see here. So that's kind of a brief overview of the game that the gentleman was going to be here for to talk about. So I can only assume something came up, and hopefully everything is good for him. And if he does show up in the middle of the show, then we'll take it from there, because that's all we can do. But anyways, Chris, it's been a while since we got to get on there and sit with you guys and paint and chat. So
I work.
I apologize. Ashley works nights now, and I had to just kind of take care of my house. I've been trying to get to bed a little bit earlier and things like that. However, after this week, once all this surgery stuff on my jaw is done, I wouldn't mind in the next couple weeks getting back on your show and saying hi. It was always a good time. And for those of you listening on the podcast, it's not Jay's Tabletop Gaming. He is on YouTube also. So check him out. And he's a good guy. And Charles says, Mr. T and Chris. There you go. Hey, Chris, Charles apparently won a lot of money at the casino, so he was able to buy groceries today. So hats off to him. Hip, hip, hooray. That's about what I got to do to go to the store.
Got all his ships primed.
And Chris from Jay's Tabletop Gaming says, I have my ships for the Battle of Sarago. Is that it? Straight primed, and we'll get them finished up over the weekend, the next 10 days. That's cool. And you really do like the naval stuff. There's a couple naval games I have, like I've told you before, but naval games it's a bit funner.
We have what now? 3?
I have Sails of Glory.
Wings of Glory, and then that new one you bought.
No, Wings of Glory stuff.
Or, I don't know.
Oak and Iron.
Oak and Iron. And then that new one.
What new one?
That we tried.
Oh, you maybe. Oh, no, I don't think. I think maybe you're getting confused with what Clint had. Now she's trying to figure out. Charles says Ashley just grabbed some pliers to help Greg.
It is Breakthrough. This one.
Yeah.
Breakthrough. That's 3.
It's a little naval game. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about it because that's a small one.
I'm like, I know we have a third one. We just played it.
If it was that easy, Charles, I would have took care of it already. It's a bit more.
He won't let me. I told him I'll knock him out for it. Actually, I probably wouldn't, because then I would want him to fill all of it.
Chris says, did I send you a playset copy of my rules yet? No. Are you talking about the rules you were working on and wanting to test out? No.
Yes or no. You haven't sent us anything.
But if you want to send us a copy to test plan, go for it. We'll do that.
So we have ships. We could use it.
Yeah, we got plenty of ships from the games to take out and use. So
I'll be the pirates. No.
Yeah. Charles says no.
Rather meet those.
He didn't win the lottery. He bought all that on his credit card. Oof.
That's gonna hurt. Well, he shops at Costco, so probably got quite a bit.
Yeah, but you got to buy in bulk, so it's expensive. Hey, Mythos, he says, hey there, beautiful people. I'm here just lurking while spending time with the lovely missus. That's cool.
Hello, Lily.
Say hello to her for us. She's a good game player too, man.
Well, she keeps him in check, so.
No, she plays the game good. Good. Charles
Chisel and hammer.
Use a chisel and hammer on my face. I don't think it would accomplish the same goals there they want to do. I wish it was.
But it'd be fun.
Simple tooth pull, but it's a bit beyond that. So.
Well, the game that's up on the table is going to be our next one. Trench Club. I almost call it Trench Knife. That's the other one.
No. Oh, cool. Chris says I will get the playtest pack emailed to you.
Nice.
That would be great, Chris. We will most definitely give it a shot, and
I'll probably have to go to Keegan to use his printer.
Oh yeah,
because ours is acting up.
Well, our printer.
So, we've had this printer for right about a year, and
they upgraded our internet.
Our internet got upgraded. Our printer just stopped working. So it took me 2 weeks to finally get a hold of someone in HP. And they said because my printer or my internet's too high of a speed, it won't work with the printer.
Yeah.
And there's nothing they will do.
So in other words, I bought a printer last year and I'll have to go buy another one. So I just borrow Keegan's printer and print the rules out. Charles says dollar store grocery outlet. Yeah, you got to watch the dollar store food. Some of it's not just the dollar. Grocery outlet, I'm not sure about. They have, I mean, us gamers just have to be able to,
Well, you got to think they have like a 99-cent store. That might be different than our Dollar Tree up here. Leasing.
Well, they
basically.
They had them 99-cent stores here, but now everything's $1.25
minimum. Yeah.
But it's all good.
He emailed to us. He said.
Okay. Where?
He messaged me on Facebook.
Oh, okay. All right, thanks, Chris. We will check it out after the show here. So, anywho, so okay, Jay, I'm glad because he says that is not a thing. What printer do you have? What brand? I didn't think it was a thing either, but this is what Hewlett Packard support said. They even got on in the remote through the computer to say, and that was their excuse. The printer doesn't work because our internet speed is too high. I'm like that makes no sense to me because so what we have is
HP
DeskJet 4155E. HP DeskJet 4155E. If you have an idea, that'd be great because really can't afford to just go buy another printer. But you guys know how that is, right? If you don't have a printer when you need it,
yeah,
you're just kind of out of luck because,
Jam Jar, welcome. He
Jam.
says, evening, everyone. Hope all is good and super spicy.
Oh,
always. Yeah. I'm always super spicy.
Yeah. Feisty. Oh, you said spicy. Sometimes feisty.
I'm going to take ideas from Charles.
I'll have to have a talk with Charles. Yep. Charles says the 99-cent stores are gone. Dollar Tree is $1.25 and up. Yep.
Oh, so they are down there now, too.
They are. Well, Dollar Trees are everywhere. It's kind of weird. They're even in towns where there's nobody at now. But I don't know. Oh, awesome. Mythos says that his wife Lily says hello back. Thank you, Mythos, for passing that on. And we do got to get another game going. Chris says, is it connected by Wi-Fi? Yes, sir. This one
can't connect directly.
This one is not. It doesn't allow you to connect it with a USB cord, which I'd rather have the mess of cords sometimes because this is just a desktop stationary. If it was, if it was for my laptop and I was running a portable thing and all over the country, that'd be different. But, yep, it's connected by Wi-Fi. So when we called the cable company, they said they don't do anything like that to help. But HP support was ridiculous to get a hold of a live person, and even more ridiculous to be told that my internet's too fast. I pay for the fastest internet I can get up and download speeds because we do the show. So we just want to be as seamless as possible. And of course we do gaming on Xbox too. So you want your games to be able to, you don't want a bunch of lag, even though it happens with servers, but you want to try to avoid it. I'm using it. He said, are you using the internet provider's Wi-Fi router or my own? No.
The providers.
The providers. It's a little Eero box, EERO. It's a regular router, and then you connect these Eero pod to it, and it provides Wi-Fi. Yeah.
I wish we could go back to the cord. Because that's
Charles
just
says,
so much better.
Yeah, his old HP wouldn't do Wi-Fi, so for a while he had to use the cable to print stuff. Yeah. And this is a decent printer.
It works great.
It was working just fine, and then all of a sudden...
Because, I put all that cardstock through it and printed all those buildings.
Yeah, she printed a lot of those. Well, you guys seen that, the cardstock terrain and all that she printed was... done just fine. And I did my taxes, at the beginning of the year like everybody else, and I do mine online, so I printed all that. So I just haven't had an issue. Then all of a sudden, they upgraded our stuff. Chris says, let me do some looking and I will see what I can figure out for you all.
Ooh.
That would be much appreciated because as I told Ashley, I said, this is dumb. It's just dumb that I have to go buy another printer because of my Wi-Fi. And I don't know. Now it would make me wonder, well, then what printer out there is good to buy because everything on the shelf was already made before. It's not, so I wouldn't even know which one to buy that would, quote, work with all this. But anyways, it is important. And Chris says he has 3 printers older than a year old, and they work on the high-speed internet here in Kansas City. Well, again, I just Ashley was on the phone with them while I was at work for quite some time. They took over the computer, went and did all this lurking around in there, and they couldn't get it to hook up with any settings. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It shouldn't have an issue. I mean, nothing should have an issue hopping on faster internet. But what version of Windows am I using? Windows 11.
11, the highest one right now.
Because I had the free upgrade. Windows 10, actually Windows 8 I really liked. Or not Windows 8, Windows 7. And then, I don't know. They just keep adding software to what's there. Well, Charles says, Chris, you were most excellent. A Bill and Ted reference, which I like. Gone are those days.
I gotta see the new one that they just released. The Bill and Ted.
Did they?
Yeah, they just did a new one a couple years ago, I believe.
Well, you'd have to look it into it. I don't know. And then you'd have to see what you can do. So, anywho, we'll look over those rules for you and do a test game too, Jay and then, or Chris. And then Trench Club we got there. And then for the rest of you that joined, that big jar there is Greg's going to do a little short video, like just a couple of minutes, on how you can make homemade iced coffee, but do it for cheaper. Because everyone knows you can do it cheaper, but I don't think they realize exactly how much cheaper it is. And I've been doing it quite a bit, and it's saved me some decent money.
It came out 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
Yeah. It's the same actors.
I guess they did one 5 years ago, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Face the Music.
Face the Music, of course. That had to be the end to it all.
Basically.
They're
bringing back pretty much almost every character that they had. And then there's I think 2 girls that help with it, are the 2 new actors. Or something like that. I saw previews of it. I'm like, I need to see it. I've seen the other ones.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a most excellent movie, but
it was stupid.
It was fun. It was a fun movie. Now it's just all your movies are just, I don't know.
Just like with the Dumb and Dumber series, I had to see the last one just because 20 years in between them, you have to see what they do.
Yeah, you don't know. I mean, it's kind of like the movie Paul.
Oh God, no!
I got Ashley to watch last week Idiocracy.
That was weird.
But boy, does it portray society as
yeah.
If you haven't watched it,
go and watch it.
Ashley says she lost some brain cells.
I did.
But it was okay. It was just kind of a mock of current society. And then there's Mr. Minnie Warmutt. Hello, sir. How are you?
He's early.
Oh, yeah, he is. Generally, he shows up around 5.
Or when we get ready to leave.
So you're getting all your stuff together, Minnie Warmutt, for your painting competition that you were doing? Oh. Charles has run away. Mutt's here. No. So I know her diorama gained some traction. I mean, think she's got.
Well, last night it was what 4.5K on that one.
4,500 views or something on it. It's kind of weird how stuff will do that. I don't know. It just gets passed around, I guess. Yeah, your painting challenge or competition. What are you calling it? I thought it was a challenge. Maybe I said competition. Either way, I'll take the blame and we'll just go forward. How did the whole painting, the miniature painting thing come
Actually, it's got 5K as of right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think some of mine are.
It just says 5Ks.
Yeah. That's cool.
5,035.
There you go. It's a cool diorama. Hello, Mr. Ice Wolf. How are you, sir? We are doing good. Greg is doing better. On Tuesday, I get this issue removed. So hopefully, from there on, it'll just be better. I'm kind of glad it's on a Tuesday because then I won't have an issue doing the show next week. It's just.
Hopefully.
It is what it is. But Ice Wolf, we're going to do some Trench Club 2, which is World War I.
This is World War I instead of World War II.
Yeah.
Because we have the other one, which is Aces in Armor, which is World War II.
Yeah.
So we're going to give this
be
one.
the same.
It's the same concept, but
concept, different timeline, different, equipment, troops, and whatnot.
Oh, we're waiting on McMurray, huh?
Oh, Maywarma says, yes, I'm waiting for McMurray to send me his, then I can finish the video. Oh, awesome.
Did someone do their hair?
Talking to you.
Me? What do you mean by that? Because it's not pulled up in a bun?
No. Normally, Ice Wolf, her hair is red. She hasn't dyed it or anything lately.
It's been going on 3 weeks, 4 weeks now.
Yeah.
So it's due for one.
But she doesn't have it all pulled up this time.
I don't even know where any of my rubber bands are right now.
Yeah. We're not professionals, I guess.
Never are.
I couldn't afford the suit and tie thing anyway, so. Best you're going to see Greg in is in a shirt.
Babe, do you even know how to tie a tie?
Yes, I know how to
tie
a tie.
Okay, so what was your tie for our wedding?
It's in the closet.
It was a zipper.
Oh, yeah, that's because it was a cool looking tie, though. It's ones you zipped up. But yes, I know how to tie a regular tie. You open the clip and you put it on and push the clip up. No. Let's see. Maywarma says, I'm working on a 5-star wool setup. Then I will dive into some solo RPGs. Awesome.
Isn't that the other group?
The Star Wolves.
Yeah, isn't that the other group with Ice Wolf?
5 parsecs.
I know it's 5 parsecs, but I think Star Wolves are the one with Ice Wolf and Wag, wasn't it? I don't have that sheet anymore they made.
Well, now you just opened up the question everybody's going to say is you don't know what group you're in.
I know it's not our group. Because we're the Hellhounds. I know that one.
That fits you.
Shut up.
Come from hell. Feisty red hair. That's the way, Jam Jar says, clip it. Yeah. Now, I mean, I do know how to tie a regular tie.
Been with you almost 20 years, and I've never seen you tie a regular tie.
Because when do I wear a tie? I do.
You couldn't even wear a real tie to our wedding.
I do. I did. It was a zip-up tie, but it was a very nice tie. That's why. But I do.
Mentally,
my
Mike,
work,
that's who it was. Okay.
My work doesn't let me wear nice clothes. It looks nice, red. Ice Wolf says.
Honestly, I've had my hair red for, 6-7 years? I won't. If I let it grow out, it would be brown, and I look too much like my mother.
Nope. Okay, Manny Warmut says Ice Wolf Wag. Tolemic S.
And Meandering Mike.
Yeah.
Or Mirandi. Or
Meandering Mike.
Yeah. Never pronounce his name.
I haven't seen him for a bit.
Where did I just see him? I saw him on some Chris's show Saturday.
Oh, Nagawas?
Yeah. Don't ask me to say that name because I can't pronounce it. I always mess it up.
Yeah, once you get used to saying it. So, what was that noise?
Kids probably playing behind our house.
So I heard some kind of weird noise. I'm like, I'm not hearing things again. They gave me medicine for that. So Ice Wolf asked, was it not the plan to have a guest over to promote a new game? Yes, I even have it in my captions. It was so the gentleman was doing a game called Iron Scales. We've had it all set up for about 2 weeks now. He's been in constant contact with me on email. He even gave me his phone number. I've already tried calling and sent him a text and sent him an email with the link so he could get on. But I'm not sure what's going on. So maybe he had something come up. I don't see him putting all that effort into it and then just not showing up because he's trying to promote the game. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happened. I haven't heard back from him, but I did just the other day. So he was very, very much wanting to be here, wanted to double check the time and everything. So, not sure what happened, but we'll be on for a little bit. So, if he sees his missed phone call or checks his text message or sees his email, he'll be able to hop in.
He's an hour behind us. So I'm hoping just maybe he got, forgot about time change.
Maybe.
So, but life is life. Sometimes things come up. He probably just forgot.
Jay says,
I already answered him.
Quick question on the printer issue. Did you remove the driver and download the newest driver and install it? Did you do that with HP?
I never removed anything.
So then I guess they didn't have her remove it. So maybe we'll have to try that then, because I definitely don't want to get rid of a brand new, printer over something that's got to be. It's got to be something simple that's getting in the way.
Well, I just wouldn't be surprised. They got into the system. I gave them permission to get into the system that they didn't even see that. If that's the case,
it's customer service. Who knows? Sometimes you get a good person. Sometimes you don't. That's a good idea, though, Chris. So I'll try that too. See what I can do with that. But anyways, Ice Wolf, that's the latest on that. So not sure if he's going to show up or not today. Well, hello, Reality Escape Studios. How are you? Hello there. Welcome to our little bit of insanity that we do on Sundays. Just a bunch of gamers hanging out, chit-chatting.
That's a new person.
Having fun. So, anywho, we will be doing the Trench Club thing here soon. But I think I'm going to have more fun doing my iced coffee thing.
You always do.
On Sundays, just a bunch of gamers hanging out, chit-chatting. Well, hello, Ivan. It's Ivan. I sent you a link in your email. You click it, and it will bring you up. If you're in front of a laptop or your phone, it'll bring you on. I can bring you on.
There it is.
There we go. Hold on a second. We will bring Ivan on now.
Yeah, hey guys, sorry. Had a little bit of traffic trouble here.
No, that's okay. That's what I was telling everybody. I figured you were really adamant about being here, so I figured something just come up. So it's all good.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you're all good, man. So we did find your game on Kickstarter there, and I can pull it up real quick, Ashley.
Yep, I'm getting it.
So hello, Ivan. I'm Greg. This is Ashley, my wife, and she's going to pull up so we can show people what you're talking about. Then I'm going to let you talk about it, Ivan. Like what inspired you to do this game and what it's about.
Well, if you want me to be quite honest, I came across actually one of your guys' videos. You guys were playing, what's it called? The one with the airplanes.
Oh, Wings of
Glory,
Glory.
Wings of Glory. There we go. So I actually came across one of you guys' video, Wings of Glory, and I kind of got into that mechanic itself. And I was like, hey, man, that sounds really cool. There were a couple things that I said, hey, you know what? I don't like certain things about it. And I said, you know what, let's go ahead and try to make another game that kind of inspired by this one. So I started looking into games that are similar. I came across Gaslands, which was
Yeah.
similar mechanics but with cars, and then looked into X Wings, and that's really where it really started. So I was like, hey man, I gotta be with these guys. I want to talk to these guys about this game because I saw them play something, and they're kind of where the inspiration came from. So that's really where it really started. I changed the theme completely, right? From airplanes to dragons. I think back then when I started working on it, um, How to Train Your Dragon was coming out, so I was inspired by that. So How to Train Your Dragon was on my mind, and you guys' video about playing Wings of Glory, and that's really where the inspiration really came from. Started doing that little things I wished Wings of Glory had, which like customize your actual let's say you're playing, you couldn't customize it. There was a lot of different planes with a lot of different areas of attack and stuff like that. But I was like, I wish I could pick a different weapon, right? Back then I think it was like World War One or something. I can't remember really quite well, but they only had machine guns, right, or something like that.
Yeah, it was
And
just limited as to the equipment they had at the time. So
right,
awesome. Don't take a second, Ivan, in the chat if you can see it. Everybody's saying hello to you. So
hey guys, sorry, how y'all
no,
doing? I'm
so,
glad to be here.
so go ahead, man. On Iron Scales, you can customize your dragon.
Yeah, you can actually pick your dragon. In the game itself, I manage three different types of dragons. The first one is a light one, which means basically they're fast. And there is a medium and a large. The medium kind of reduces your mobility, keeping the same, let's say, equipment that the light dragon would have. And the heavy dragon is, of course, slower and bigger, right? Like if we look at the movie, um, like I said, right, How to Train Your Dragon. There's this really huge dragon, but when he goes against Night Fury, it's the very you can see the movement difference, right? Night Fury is super fast and stuff like that. So I took a lot of inspiration really from the movement from that movie,
Oh,
and
you're
that
talking
happened.
about the Alpha and Toothless.
Yeah, Toothless, right? The Night Fury, she was super fast, and when it goes against that big alpha that's hiding in the volcanoes, right? In that in the island, he's super huge, but he's not nearly as fast as Toothless, right? So I kind of took that inspiration, and that's what I implemented to the game itself, right? You get a small dragon, medium, and a heavy. And the heavy, you get a lot of weapons, a lot of firepower, but you have to be careful because the light ones have more movement. They move one or two more spaces. They can literally do a U-turn, and as a heavy dragon, you cannot do that.
Yeah, that's how
But
simple like the Wings of Glory is, or even like Sails of Glory, which is same concept, just with ships. The bigger you are, the wider the turns and stuff like that. So it's a lot harder to get around.
exactly.
So, so you got dragons that are customizable, and then each has positive and negative. So you're balancing the game out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And besides the movement and the customization, they also have like abilities. Each dragon, there some are passive, which are like if you hit the dragon from the side, it'll take extra damage because supposedly their side is a little bit more vulnerable than maybe their front where they have a little bit more armor, etc. And I try to a lot of abilities balance the game out. Like I said, it's been hundreds of testing in Mexico. We went to multiple cities and I had a big line of people wanting to play the game. And I'm trying to really get this game out in the US market, right? Because I can't physically go out all there all the time since I live in Mexico. But it's been good. It's been a good ride. I mean, people showing interest, especially the theme. It's really interesting and new. Dragons with modern weapons.
That's pretty cool. And so it's on Kickstarter, right? That's where we are showing
Yeah.
pictures of it now.
Right now, I'm just have the pre campaign now, right? The pre launch, so people can start kind of looking into it and start to make noise really on online.
Well, that's cool. So when does it launch your campaign launch?
The goal is to launch it actually closer to Christmas. If it depends on the audience that I'm kind of getting. If I have
Yeah.
a good track, it's all looking good. That's gonna be the goal. If I can't, I'll probably just push it a little bit to quarter 1 of 2026.
Well, that's all you can do is kind of check around, see what you're. You said you're getting really good feedback though.
Yeah, I mean the game. I don't plan any changes really. It's done. But I only need really to build up that audience and the hype for the game really.
Well, we'll help spread the word for you, man. I mean, pretty much everybody likes dragons, so you got a good. That's good there, and the fact that they're customizable, that will make a difference. If you got easy play mechanics, as long as it's easy for someone to pick up and go with, and then you have a little bit more advanced. That's what I like about Wings of Glory is, I've for years been saying, to me, that's a get someone into gaming game because it's very easy at the basics, but it can be harder and harder if you
To
want to play
build.
more advanced. Yeah, and so it
Right.
kind of opens the spread because people are like they'll sit. I mean, I video game too. I'm going to be on Battlefield 6 when it comes out on
Hey, you have
Xbox.
to fight me first.
I guess I have to fight her, but so a lot of them can do that, but then they don't think that they can do a tabletop game, which I've found is very interesting because there's a lot of games, video games, two tabletop games like Resident Evil and Modifius put out the Call to Arms, so that's like a lot of crossovers, but a lot of the gamers don't. So I've been finding success getting video gamers to kind of look at tabletop games too as another way to have some fun.
So it's funny you mentioned that. I actually came across a Facebook post today on my personal Facebook that said 9 years ago I started developing board games, and I kind of dropped that idea because back then, Kickstarter was not available in my country.
Oh, okay.
Um, so I was like, oh man, it's a bummer. And I actually started also back then. I was actually also trying to make my own video games. And since I was already trying to make my own board games and started looking into game development, I was like, hey man, a lot of game mechanics or video game mechanics translate into board games very well. And I noticed that knowledge from either or, like you play a video game and I got inspired to do a board game or backwards. And I like how a lot of the video games are actually turning into board games. Like The Witcher's out there and I want to buy it right now.
I didn't know they were
Into
making that.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Witcher. There's a board game and it came out a while back and it is a little pricey, but it looks really really good. There is Slay the Spire, I believe that it's called. It's a more recent newer vid game, and I think they're on Kickstarter or they came out already. They're launching on an expansion for that video game into a board game, and then we have Don't Starve. I believe it's on
Yeah.
Kickstarter right now.
Yeah. We've played
But
that one. Don't Starve. It's kind
yeah,
of
and
weird, but yeah,
it's
It's
cool.
weird.
it's interesting. It's kind of a weird game, but yeah. Well, that's cool, man. I mean, as long as you keep it to where people can jump on and learn and go, then it should take off. You should do
Right.
pretty good.
I
Yeah.
think the mechanics I pulled from different board games or inspirations, I think it's familiar enough for experienced veterans to like grab their interest, right? And easy enough for somebody kind of maybe sort of new to board games could pick up easily. Because this game I played with my kids. I have a 9 year old and a 6 year old, and 10 minutes in, they're all like, "Okay, I know what I'm doing," right? But I posted a video earlier this week or last week talking about my board game because I feel some people saw it and they saw cards, they saw a hexagon map, a hexagon grid, and they're like, "Oh no, I do not want to go into that kind of war games." I guess. But once they played it, they tried it. They're like, "Hey, you know what? This is easy. It's fun. It's easy enough to learn in the first 5-10 minutes. It's not a bookkeeper kind of game, right?"
Well, that's good if they that. So some games are just inherently easy to pick up, and if it's a hex grid map, that's kind of cool too. You There's a lot of people that play hex grid maps. With, like for
Yeah.
instance, BattleTech. Look how big that is. That's massive, and it's a hex grid. So you should be okay even if the map's that way, as long as your movements are easy to know what you're doing, and then whatnot. So in this, what kind of goals are like? I guess I was gonna say is so other than as aerial combat, are there factions? Are you gonna have factions in it, or groups, different groups fighting against each other, or is it kind of just you against your friend? Or
So at this time, it's just you against your friend, right? We have the three different let's say dragon types. We have six different dragon. I like to call them riders or pilots, actually.
okay,
And I was working on, let's say, what's next for this board game. Even though this one's done, I'm just trying to get the word out there. But I was working, what's next? So I did actually come up with different, let's say, I would call them expansions for it, which would be, hey, look, these are dragons, but what if we had dinosaurs, right? We have these huge dinosaurs, pterodactyls, and other things like that that we can maybe incorporate into the game and inspired from dinosaurs. Or what if, hey, look, if I was focused on dragons, what if we can get another creature like a Pegasus or anything like that, right? So it's kind of going towards that to add different creatures and maybe add other, let's say, fantasy inspired creatures into the game that are not exactly dragons. So that game itself, you said, hey, is it just factions? It's just everybody against everybody. You can also play in teams, I guess. Like Wings of War. It's just put uh, 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 teams of two against another team of two. It's just everybody against everybody. So far, I had groups of 3 to 6 people, and let me tell you, it gets very chaotic and fun when it's everybody against everybody. That's kind of what we've been doing. We can also definitely play in teams.
that sounds pretty fun actually. So you can pretty much count on us picking that up because we'll have to try it out and see. So when you get ready to launch it, because we're all followed on Kickstarter, and then Ice Wolf was asking if there's a link to the website.
I'm sending it just basically be spaces where dots are
Yeah,
supposed to be.
if you go to Kickstarter and then look up Iron Scales, you'll find it. But Ashley can try to work around the. Let me see something here. Let me see if I can pull that up for them, Ivan, and put the link in here. Hold on. Kickstarter is a pretty good place to go.
Yeah. So I actually did launch another game, a little bit of a smaller scale, which is Dungeon. That one was more of a Uno focused game inspired by Uno and Dungeons and Dragons. That was simple enough for kids to follow along. And this one's the second one that I'm trying to get on there. So I think Kickstarter has a really good audience to start off, right?
Yeah, that's a good place to go. Here, hold on just a second.
There. Just take the 2 spaces and put dots there.
There, Ashley sent it to you, so you guys can click on the link and it'll go.
Hopefully it goes through.
And Weird World War II says Nazi dragons.
Yeah.
Break Weird World War II. Yeah, you could do all sorts of whatever. It's just which is cool. But Kickstarter has had some pretty.
We've gotten a couple
Pretty
Kickstarter
interesting.
games.
Well, it's not so much Kickstarter games. Like I got a mic and a camera set from them that I had for quite some time. That
Actually,
worked.
we still have one up there.
Yeah, it's up there now.
That's what we were
things.
using before we got the one that I have using right now.
But I got 2 of them, and I ended up giving one to Keegan so he can get on and stuff. And yes, we're in World War II. We do try to keep it weird as best as we can. We're kind of game nerds, so that's about how it is. I mean,
Now, are these chits or are they actual models?
Yes. So on your dragons, are they going to be models
Or
of dragons,
cardboard?
or are they like counters,
Oh.
tokens?
So right now they're tokens. They're hexagon shaped tokens. I did try to approach 3D modelers for actual, miniatures, but at this point, I was like, it's kind of out of my budget,
Yeah.
right? And I wanted to keep the game as friendly as possible since they can get pretty pricey when they have a lot of models, especially since my game has every dragon would be a different model, right? You can't just use the same ones. I did have the approach like, hey, maybe we can keep the same model, just maybe change the base of the color. That way, you guys can identify who belongs to who, right? But right now, the approach is definitely just tokens. Maybe in the future, I could. Well, after the game success launches, I could look into an expansion of actually having the miniatures. But right now, it's just tokens.
Well, that's cool. Those work too. the expansion idea might be a good thing for you.
Yeah, I'd say
Because-
you can always look into like just doing STLs and let people. We have a printer,
Yeah.
so that might be a cheaper route.
Well, we might be able to do that at some point. Just say, hey guys, whoever bought the game, here's an STL for the Dragons if you want to print it.
Yeah.
And then you're not out any money, but your fan base got something from you that's worth money. And it costs you nothing really, other than to design it. But your word of mouth, it might make a big difference too. Because
Yeah, I completely agree.
cool, but the miniature part on the hex map that works. We play quite a few of those games, like Zvezda. They're a Russian-based company, and they make their Art of Tactic, and so it's a hex-based board game, but then your miniatures move on to hexes, so it kind of combines hex encounter with a model instead of a
Same thing
token
with
or a
Alpha
chit. Yeah.
Strike.
So that may be something you might want to look into, Ivan, which wouldn't really.
It should be too
Yeah.
expensive.
That's
Right, I
for
agree.
design it, or if you know someone, if you got a friend who can design you something.
So right now, I'm a fan of STLs myself, so I printed a bunch of little dragons
There you
that I
go.
was that I was playing with myself and the guys. So I do have a bunch of little dragons STLs that I found. I'm trying to get a partnership with these guys to see if we can actually allow to use their STLs. We'll see where that goes. Actually, they're really cool. I'll try to get the name for you guys of these models where they're coming from. But I'm trying to get a partnership with them so that we can use their STLs. And print them out and maybe give them to the backers as well.
There
But
you
we'll
go.
see what happens there.
That would be cool. And then Charles asked, how big are your hexes? Are they like 1-inch hex or?
They are 1.5 inches.
Inch and a half. Okay.
Yeah.
And Hex to Hex is a guy here. His name's Jeff. He does tons of hex encounter games, so he might be interested in looking at that too.
Especially
I don't know,
for cardboard.
Yeah, he likes that. So Ashley's got up on the other screen there,
I'm just slowly moving it down.
moving it down so people can see your Kickstarter on the window under us there.
Right. And I think what I'm looking at right now is the movement phase where it's similar to other familiar games, right? You pick
Combat
3
set.
cards and slowly show one at the same time. That way everybody also moves at the same time. And that's where it gets a little bit chaotic and see if anybody's in your range and stuff like that.
And see, that's the nice thing about that Wings of Glory is
Yeah.
nobody knows what the other person's going to do to move.
I loved it.
You can guess, but then when you start turning movement cards over, it can be very crazy. It can be just nuts. Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, I think that's what everybody liked a lot. Is like, hey man, I don't know what they're doing. Like that's the fun part, right? You don't know where they're gonna go. You could kind of guess. You could plan ahead if you want, but then it turns out they're turning left and you're turning right, or you're going straight, and that changes the mechanic, right? And I also the thing is there are some dragons, right? You could equip, like I said, they're customizable, so you can equip different weapons to them. Some shoot to the sides. You could get weapons that shoot to the front, weapons that shoot backwards. So you kind of plan ahead, like, okay, I think I'm gonna go right next to him, and shoot it on the sideways, right? So I think that's what makes the game a little bit more fun and easy to get familiar with, since you're not limited to a standard a range of damage, sorry, or area of damage. You pick ahead of time and you plan kind of your movement to make sure there will be in your range next movement.
nice. Hold on just a second, Ivan. So Hex Tech says, so this is a minis on a hex encounter map. No, it's actually
Cardboard.
it's a token like a chit. So it's basically a hex encounter game with dragons, right, Ivan?
That's right.
Yeah. So there you go, Jeff. It's more of a hex encounter. We were just talking about down the road maybe getting some printable minis. And Charles says in various hobby stores like Michael's, which I don't know if you have where you live there, Ivan, where they have the small animals, he found a small bag of very small dragons that fit on a 1.5-inch hex very well.
There you
So is it card driven or card supported?
I would say it's card driven, right? Because that's really where the movement and the equipment comes from and everything like that.
So it's card driven there, Jeff. Thanks for the tip there, Charles, because he's saying you can find small little dragons at the craft store. in our area. So yeah, that'd be cool too. I think you're going to do good with this, Ivan. I think it'll go a little bit better than you expect
Mhm.
once people realize what it is. Because you got to have something fun. You got multiple players, and it doesn't take a long time. Which in today's world, I don't know about you, but for all of us in this country, it's like you got no time at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So having a game you can do in an hour or so, that's kind of nice too.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
makes
So,
it.
so far, the matches have been anywhere between 30 to 50, 60 minutes. But I think it's a little bit slow because it's their first match, right? The first time you play, it's always a little bit slower. Try to get to understand the movement, the picking the weapons, and all that. I have some people that came back the next day because it was in board game conventions of 2 days, and they did complete the game in 30 minutes tops. So I think it
Oh
is
wow.
around that range. That range.
Well, any game that you have to kind of guess what your opponent's going to do is going to take a little bit longer.
Yeah, but that's always fun because you just
Mhm.
don't know what they're gonna do.
Because then you start second thinking yourself.
Yeah.
Because I've done that numerous times on any of them that I have to guess what he's trying to pull.
Queen's Glory is bad that way. You think the other person's gonna move one way, they think you're thinking that, and then when you guys, by the time you pull your cards, you're
Everywhere.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So is there a range, like a range attack on this? Like, can you attack one hex away, two hexes, or do you have ranges on?
Right. So range or attack range, how does that work? So each weapon has a different range and different attack patterns, right?
Okay.
So if we actually think it's I don't think I showcased all of the weapons, but in the Kickstarter it shows kind of some of the cards or the area of attack. So some of them could have a bigger range of attack or a bigger area covered, but they do less damage than something that has like a smaller area of effect.
Okay. Ashley found them there.
Yeah, yeah, I think you're looking at it on the screen right now. Do you see they vary a little bit, and some have area of effect, which means they attack all the dragons that are in that area, which is like the flamethrower. Or if you have a rocket launcher or a minigun, that would only attack one target. So
Yeah.
it does vary a little bit depending on the weapon. Some weapons apply different effects, like if you're poisoned. Some give you like a fire effect, and that's the only two effect. Oh, and bleeding. Those are only three effects that I use in the board game itself, which is poisoned, makes you slower the next round. Instead of three cards you'll use two, so it's just make you slower for one round. The burning token, once you accumulate two burns, you'll trade those in for one damage. And the bleeding is basically you accumulate your damage, right? If they're attacking you constantly for you'll take one extra damage and stuff like that. Not all cards have side effects, just some weapons. But yeah.
So
Oh,
it's
okay.
like any of the other
Well,
ones you can
that's
burn
kind of
or
cool.
explode, basically.
And Ice Wolf asks, what kind of equipment is there? So on your
Uh,
dragon, you've got a flamethrower, you said, and rockets, but you have
So besides the weapons itself, I did include only one extra side equipment, which are armor, right? You can choose to keep only weapons, go all offensive, or you can choose to keep either it's skull armor or side armor that would protect you from extra damage, either from your side. There is a mechanic in the game where you collide with the dragon with another dragon in the air. If for some reason one dragon stops or goes through where another dragon is flying. If you guys stop in the same hex, there's a collision midair, right? So they're just kind of clawing and biting at each other. And you have to throw a die to see which one takes the damage in that case.
oh, nice.
Oh,
So
that's a different take.
yeah, so imagine just two dragons flying in the air. They collide. They're clawing and biting each other, and you do a die roll to see which one takes extra damage. There are some pilots that give you like a boost on that says you automatically take an extra damage. Well, the opponent anyway. There are some that say if you collide with another dragon, they automatically are poisoned. Imagine him having like a poison dagger, and while their dragons are going at it, he sticks out his knife and scratches the other one, so he's automatically poisoned. And there are some equipment that will help you in those encounters, which are like, for example, some skull armor. In the encounters, you get a +1 when you roll your die.
Nice. So you got a whole bunch of little effects and things going on here. So that sounds like you pretty much thought about it all when you did it. Got a nice rounded out game. So And if your playtesting is going that good for you, you should do very well when it takes off.
Yeah.
I think
So I
you
was
will.
recently in two different cities, and like I said, we had the the table was full, and right, and we had people waiting to play, and they kept on coming back for it, which is a good sign, of course. And when everybody was done playing, I would ask them, "Hey, how do you guys feel? You know, what do you guys feel like it needed? What made you a little bit more, let's say, frustrated, right? Because there's always little parts about games that are new that you wish improved or had different mechanics." And I didn't get much. The only thing they said that, hey man, I wish you had more effects. Right, the first time I went, I was like, hey, you know what? You're right. And that's when I started adding the bleeding and the poison effect to it.
Very nice. So feedback is very important, and the fact that you listen to feedback makes you a good game developer because a lot of times people don't. But that's cool that you're taking the time to go out there and check with people, see what they want, and see how it works. That's pretty good, man. So
Yeah. I mean, as long as it doesn't break the game, right? We got to make sure they're all not overpowered and not useless, because then it's not there's no point adding it. But always listen to people whenever we went to any convention.
yeah, that's a good thing, man. I think and dragons are universally liked. It's not like people don't like them everywhere. And in the United States, fantasy type of gaming
It is
on
a
the
big thing.
tabletop is far more than say historical or
Right.
realistic. Like there's just a much larger base for that. So I don't think no matter where you launch it, and I think it's going to be good. So I think you're going to do good. You just got to figure when you're going to pull the trigger and put it out there and see what happens. The big
Right.
buying out here is well, it used to be Black Friday, but now every day out here is some sort of sale. So, um, but if you launch it, you know, towards the end of this month or November or something, you'll get in on that pre-holiday sale thing. And if not, then gear it when you do it next year. Gear it for that. Make sure everything's ready to go. But another question: which kind of dice do you use, Ice Wolf asked? D6, D8, D12s, and just as an example, how many wounds does like a medium dragon have?
Those are very good questions, actually. So to keep it simple for newcomers, I do only use D6, and it's just one D6, and that's all we use for the whole game. Did have I mentioned abilities on dragons, and the pilots have their own abilities. That way, you can match and mix whatever your playstyle goes. And some abilities are passive, some are triggered by a roll die. They require a 5, a 6. Some require a 4 and up. Most of them are 4 and up. 5 and 6 are like the really heavy ones where it's like a double attack. In case you want to do it's called the chain attack in my game. So if you want to attack the same player again, you have to roll the die, and it has to be like a 5 or 6. So I only use D6 dice. What kind of objectives? I think I see the question about objectives. It's just literally eliminate the other players or the other team.
Well, that works. I mean, that's
That
what a
works
lot
for
of board
me.
games are about. Just eliminate the other side. Um, but seeing your expansion stuff you were talking about, you got the ability to add all sorts of extra things to your game as you go too.
Yeah, so far, I mean, only talking about expansions. I only thought about different, let's say, inspired dragons, right? Like I said, one are prehistoric, which are dragons. I'm sorry, dinosaurs. I love dinosaurs. My kid loves dinosaurs, so we're kind of playing around with the idea. So we got a couple ready, like a couple dinosaurs, and the other one was Mayan gods, like Aztec gods and stuff, and dragons inspired by them, and their abilities kind of inspired with that kind of thing. So that's the only ones that I have right now, and like say is in the near future. But it can definitely be even more, right? Different, even if it's just dragons, you can definitely do more different abilities. Just making sure they're balanced and they're not overpowering
I
anybody.
said that was going to be my question. Is it going to be because you said there's what 6 different dragons? Is it basically 2 in each one,
Yeah,
or do you have okay? I say that way you don't have too many heavy ones or too many light ones. That makes sense.
right. Yeah, it's just two of each. So you got two light and two medium, two heavy in the base game. The expansion said, hey, you know what? With the expansions, let's do something close to the same thing, right? Two of each. That way, you can have a choice of between them. And I lost what I was gonna say, but yeah, yeah, you're right on point on that.
Okay. Do you guys have any other questions out there? It'll take a few seconds to go back and come, but that sounds like I said before, it sounds like you got a pretty well-rounded game. So I don't really see you having any issues. We'll pick it up and give it a shot when it launches.
I like
so,
dragons.
Yeah.
Dragons and dinosaurs.
Yeah.
No, you guys.
Her desk is full of dinosaurs, and you know,
There you go.
she's printed all sorts of dinosaurs and stuff she's keeping, and
My granddaughter loves my little dinosaur I put up on a little base, so I had to end up making her. I blew it up, so it's like 4 times bigger than mine. But she has it painted like I don't know what 8 different colors. She just keeps changing it whenever she feels like it. So it's layer on type of layer.
It happens. I get it.
Telemachus asked, "Do the dragons have names, and is there a narrative?"
So the dragons themselves at this point don't have actual names on the cards. I didn't really plan ahead on that. Giving them names, just have the dragon type. The pilots do have names since they don't really have a type of pilot, I guess. The narrative, I think somebody said something about the narrative. I can definitely read. Oh, this one's in Spanish, but I can definitely translate it. So this is kind of my prototype here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's a tiny little box.
Yeah, it's a tiny box, really. The only thing is, I think I might have to do it a little bit bigger because of the type of map that we're gonna do. This was the idea, just a little tiny box and having a paper map. I think we're gonna upgrade the paper map to a quad fold, just for durability, right? A paper map definitely, the folds and kind of with time it will rip or you won't see it as good anymore. So I think we're just upgrading this to a quad fold map instead of like the Monopoly type of map, I guess, instead of having the paper map.
That
I
would be
did
a
actually.
better. That
I'd
would
say
be a
that would
better
be a
deal.
better idea
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it'll be more sturdy, and then with papers you have that wrinkle in it always, and some people get distracted by that. So the cardboard, I think, would be your better
Yeah.
option on that with the games that we've played.
Definitely. Well, what I did at the conventions actually, instead of using the paper map, I printed out multiple maps on a like mouse pad material, like it's really thick and very durable.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
We have some of
that's
those.
what I was
Yeah.
planning on, and also being able to sell. Like, hey guys, you know what? I printed all these maps out. I have like 6 or 7 at the moment, but I printed these maps out on that paper map. I'm sorry, on the mouse pad material, which is like but they're
Great.
super good. They're really thick. They're durable. You can get them wet, and nothing's gonna happen, right? Because they're a different material, different fabric. But going back to the narrative, I just put the narrative on the back of the box. You know what's going on, what's the theme, and if you guys are okay, I'll just read that out loud if that's cool.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go for
Yeah.
it.
Right. So I'm gonna translate it. So some words might be a little bit. I'll take a little bit to translate. So it says, "One day the dragons came, giant creatures, lethal and impossible to stop. Humanity unleashed their weapons of war, tanks, airplanes, and nuclear weapons. But at the end, the only winner was war. Capitals around the world are ruins, and between the old world, humans no longer that used to domain, they no longer are rulers. A new era has started, a new war. Now you can fight for you don't fight anymore for riches. You fight for survival, and the rest is just how do you play and stuff like that. But that's just the narrative on what the setting is really.
Kind
The
of gives
dragons
you.
just came out of nowhere. People, the governments, they went crazy. They would try to not, eliminate them, but at the end of the day, the world was in ruins. You no longer have the world you used to have.
Ice Wolf says Dino Riders cartoon back in the day. It was dinosaurs with lasers. So when you
Oh,
do your
nice.
dinosaur part, he said they had lasers. It was an old cartoon. There
I
you
have to look that
go.
up. I'm not familiar with that. That's interesting.
Not
He's
familiar.
from Netherlands, so it must be something from there because I don't remember any show called Dino Riders.
Neither do I. But I mean, I'll have to
Look it
Google
up.
that to see what it is.
Get some inspiration. So, like Telemachus says, could it be used in a role playing game for the dragon combat portion, like Dragonlance?
I think you would have to be definitely really creative to get that get that going, but it might be right. This was just a standalone, let's say, really fast action paced game. To get that involved into a role playing game, I definitely see that happening because role playing is very creative, but not as a core game, right? I mean, if you're that would be definitely something people can come up with.
And then Icewolf says he agrees the map needs to be good. If you're using it and playing it much, it needs to be sturdy. So the quad fold would be just fine. And I know the neoprene ones like the mouse pad, those are great.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
never go bad. I got them for like uh,
Wings of
X
Glory.
Star Wars X Wings.
Yes.
We got
Sails of Glory.
yeah,
We have a bunch of them.
we got a couple of them, so they're better. The quad folds though are good. That's what's in a lot of the games workshop stuff. Nice sturdy cardboard, and when customers get it, they feel like they got a good map because maps are a big thing to tabletop gamers. And paper, you can do paper, but unless you got like some plexiglass to put down over it and flatten it out, most people don't have that. A lot of the hex encounter guys do. That's where I learned it from them. But I think your boards would be better. Your quad fold would be just a
Yeah.
good deal.
yeah,
I
yeah. The
think it would
quality is
add
much better.
it would add to your presentation of the game. Yeah, to the overall like quality. I think that's a good deal.
Yeah. I completely agree, right? When I talked about it, it's like I wanted to keep it one as affordable as possible. So I was like, hey, paper map works, and if somebody wanted to invest a little more, we could definitely sell the mouse pads. But when I started quoting, I was like, dude, it's 50 cents difference or like $1 difference for me to get the quad fold in a big quantity against a paper. I was like, I'm definitely going for the quad fold. That gives everybody so much more value, and it's not gonna raise the prices sky high, right? But that
Yeah,
was my aim initially. The lowest I can get it with the best quality possible. But once you start quoting, you realize, hey, it doesn't impact their price that much, right? It's something I didn't expect. So that's why my prototype is a lot smaller than the final. The only difference is the map itself to be quad fold cardboard map instead of just a foldable paper.
yeah. So your box would be a little bigger, but it'd be just a better quality, I think, when people got a hold of it. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a pretty cool idea, though. I'm glad we inspired you.
Yeah.
So that's kind of neat to know. But
Are the maps going to be double sided?
That's a good question. I mean, right now I only have two maps created, so I need to double check. I didn't plan to do double sided maps, but I have two maps. I don't see why not add them to the actual core game, right? You can just flip around and they're different. To be honest, I'm gonna be quite frank, right? The map itself does not impact the gameplay too much. It's artwork for the game, right? It's visuals. So the map itself won't have like different terrain since you're doing a dogfight right in the air. There's not many obstacles. There is a conversation I had with some people at the board game conventions. I said, "Hey, Ivan, you got buildings on your map. Why don't you make them obstacles? And if you have to go around them." I was like, I love the idea, and it's definitely something I can do, but I don't want to overwhelm new gamers as well, right? I think the game was complex enough for new beginners to come and play it, and if I start adding too many obstacles and other things in the map, I think they will feel overwhelmed. So I think it'll be a good start for people to kind of get familiar with the game. I understand how to play it, and maybe even include different tokens in there. That hey, there's a building there. Put these obstacles on A, B, and C. Right?
yeah,
Yep, there you go.
yeah, you can do that.
Do you have like cloud coverage or obstacles, but you already got the obstacle part? Let's say cloud coverage would be kind of interesting because you could maybe see through it, but then
It would reduce visibility.
Yeah, reduce visibility or something.
He's trying to keep it simple for new people. You could add, if it goes good for you, you could always do expansions to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Offering different things, more maps or whatever.
What I
I
also noticed. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Ice Wolf just says, depending on the cost of the game, Hobbyists will pay more if you use good products. And
True.
the Dino Rider show was in 1995, so pretty old, he says.
I think I was in diapers back then. I did not see it.
Yeah,
Give me a second. Let's see.
I actually gonna look it up. Well, yeah,
Right.
that sounds pretty cool. And the fact that you're thinking about dinosaurs, that's another thing most everybody likes too. So,
Right. And the thing here, just touching back on the cloud coverage and visibility and all that. When I started looking into Wings of Glory, is there's altitude in there. I did not want to mess with altitude. It makes a whole different monster of a game, which is good, right? A lot more tactics, a lot more rules. If you're under shooting a dragon from the underbelly, it might be a little bit easier maybe to hit them or from the top. But I did not want to mess with altitude and that kind of thing just yet. So it might be in the future kind of mess around with those rules and a new, let's say, advanced core set of rules
yeah,
that you can do with the already core game. Just here are the new rules. You already have the game. Just you guys can play the advanced mode, but I didn't want to mess it with it just yet. Right, it was something a little bit too more uh, uh, advanced for newcomers to handle. The thing
yeah.
is here, visibility and all that kind of thing. The attack card, they do come numbered from 0 to 3. So even though you got hit twice, it's the same thing, right? You reveal the card. Let's check if I got hit or not. You don't know. It could be a 0. It could be a 3.
So that's good. That's the one thing that was cool about Wings of Glory is you didn't know how much damage that hit actually dealt the other person. It could be 0-3 or just there's an explosion icon in there where you're just done. If it if you drew that card, the plane was destroyed.
It used to be a
Yeah.
comic too.
It used to be what?
A comic.
Oh, Ashley's looking
Dino
at
Rider.
Dino Rider.
990.
Um, yeah, that's what we were talking about. Ice Wolf says obstacles could be terrain you place on there to keep it as an option, like add it in more advanced gameplay later. You could do that too.
Yeah.
That's kind of how Wings of Glory is. It's very basic. You're gonna fly, pick your maneuvers, and shoot. But you could do altitude, and then there's little
Wind
cards
and
where
everything
there's
else you
gun
can add.
crews on the bottom. You can have electrical issues, fires. It's a game that's set to where you can pick it up at basic play, but then people who are used to those kind of games can pick it up and play it at a much harder level. So I think you got a good idea to just do this, and then think about the expansions because your hardcore gamers would be like, yeah, this is cool, but they might really like it. So if it takes off and does good, you might want to think about what you could add for an expansion because Kickstarter things can go phenomenal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They can really
Yeah,
take
definitely.
off.
I completely agree with you. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
especially people that actually play these kind of games, there's a lot more complicated games like that. So thinking about options for somebody who's looking for something a little bit more advanced as a Kickstarter, let's say of different pledge level, that is definitely something I've been considering.
that would be cool. Well, you figure it out. I think you got a good formula of what you're doing, and the fact that you're listening to what the people playing the game, that's phenomenal.
Hmm.
And you're adjusting it. So it's a good idea, anyways, because no matter what idea you have, if someone else, another set of eyes, it's always good. It's always good to do that. So poor Ice Wolf says it
I
takes about
told him
3
to check
minutes
the bottom, the bar at the bottom of the screen, see if it's all the way over
for
for Ice Wolf because he's saying it's about 3 minutes behind.
yeah.
So
Hey, Ice Wolf, they're probably just checking the signal at the border and then letting it into the Netherlands. That's all.
Right. And I think Ice Wolf had a different question. I'm looking at my screen over there. I think I might have missed answering that one on how many wounds, sorry, a medium dragon can take and stuff like that, right? Um, just going back to that one, I think I might have missed it. Each dragon, the light and the medium have the same health points, and the larger dragon has, I believe, 4 more. So the difference between the light and the medium are movement. The light has a lot more movement than the medium, and the medium, I believe, can carry more weapons, and the heavy is more life points, less movement. But wounds, I think they're about 10 and no 10, 12, and 14 actually.
Oh,
So no,
okay.
never mind. 10, 12, and 14.
That would be good. That'd be just like Wings of Glory. They got like 12, 14, 15 hits on a plane. That works.
And it'd be real easy to get those.
Well, yes and no. Depends on because
It
it's the
depends
same
on
draw system
draw
type.
system.
Yeah, it
Right.
depends on what you
And
draw.
and the other good thing is, for example, for the light ones, both of their abilities are come with movement speed, I guess. And the light could choose to evade one attack per round, meaning every three movement cards. So if you activate that successfully, they would dodge that attack and not take the damage card at all. That helps them a little bit. But again, you have to roll the, I think it's like five or six. If not, you take damage as it comes. And then you have that small a chance that that attack might be a zero, or it could be a three. It's
You just
different.
don't know, yeah.
Yeah, and the other thing is also the what's it called, the equipments. When we come back to armor, if you decide to sacrifice, fix, like let's say spacing your dragon for armor, you could probably add a couple points of health points to your dragon. It's just one or two. It's not a lot, but it helps. Trust me, it does. It makes a big difference in the game.
Well, just 1 point can mean the end of your dragon or
Yeah,
not. So, yeah,
exactly.
1 point does make a difference there. So,
Now, with movement wise, is it, you said there's three movements. Is it movement, attack, or is it movement, 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 and then attack?
No, it's movement attack, then movement attack, movement attack.
Okay. So each round will have three attacks.
Yeah, three attack phases. Well, one attack phase per movement.
So it's movement first and then attack.
But it's all simultaneously, just
Well,
like
yeah,
Wings of
just
Glory.
Yeah.
That would be good. I think you're going to do good. Like I said several times, it just sounds like a good concept, and you're kind of basing it on something that already works very well, anyways. And people love dragons again, so I don't see you having a problem with this, Ivan. Really, I mean, it's a good
Right.
idea. It's a good
I
idea.
think the game is awesome. I mean, I made it. I'm just kidding. The game is good.
Yeah.
I trust me. I wouldn't make something that I wouldn't play myself. That's my goal, right? Making something fun for myself and the family, and trying to get it out there. But it's the main concern here. My main concern is just trying to get the reach that I'm trying to get to, right? I'm, I can't get it locally. I want to get it out there as well. So that's the main challenge for me, to get the reach, get the people to get to know it, learn it, love it. I was planning on going somewhere, one of the board game conferences they have, but it's a little pricey for me. Hopefully in the future, maybe I think it's in November, their event. So I'm looking into it. I don't know just yet, because it is closer to $1,000 for me to show the game. So I was like, I don't know. I'll think about it. Yeah, I was.
That's a
I was
lot. Yeah.
yeah, and it's just
Well,
to show it, right? I'm not selling anything just yet, just trying to get people to know it. So I'm trying to, hey, you know what, maybe let's go, let's try to get this online, try to get as many people as I can, get eyes on this, try to get the game possible, send out to different YouTubers, different reviewers. I did reach out to some people in UK. I have confirmation from some people that want to review it in Pennsylvania, I believe. And so I'm just trying to get that out there, right? Get the word, get the marketing that I need.
well, yeah, you've got to. You've got to get it out and spread it around, because
Yeah.
otherwise,
So you can always send it to us. We'll do it.
Oh, you guys have a copy already for free, man. You guys were a big a big honest, I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, when I saw your video, I was like, hey man, that game looks awesome. So I was like, and that's really where we really started.
wow, we're very,
Well, we appreciate that.
yeah. That made our week right there, man.
Yeah, that's what was
Um,
bugging you guys so much, man.
no, and that's why I thought. Well, that's why I said I thought something had to come up. Yeah, and so we just kind of chit chatted, waiting to see if you were able to make it. So it's all good. Ice Wolf says, so can two dragons die at the same time? I guess that would be,
Like a collision ice, or
well,
just in general? I mean, technically, yeah, if you draw the right amount of damage.
Yep. So either way, right? It could be in a collusion, like you said, or it could be just normal attack. And so if the health points drop, then you guys both kind of died, right? It has happened where, oh, I killed you, and then like I attacked you too. Check your damage cards, and they both died. We got two dragons out, and one was remaining, and he was like in the other side of the map for whatever reason. But it happens.
well, that even makes it cool too. So this is just going to be a flat out fun. You don't know what's going to happen. game. So I'm looking forward to it, man. Like I said, I think you'll do good as far as spreading the word.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to look up for some dragon figures.
if you do you have a little like promotional video of your um, of the game, Ivan, or are you going to do a little promotional video like a 1 minute what's the game about kind of thing? Or if you did something like that and get on YouTube, you're free to go to our Gamers with Coffee Facebook group, post it there, and then I'll share it over to my page. Um, if you have a link for it or something like that, let me know. We got not a ton, but we got like 3,000 roughly people on TikTok. I'll stick it over there too and try to spread the word for you.
Sounds great, man. Thank you, appreciate it. I don't have a video just yet for it. I've been trying to post some things here and there and on what's it called on Instagram. I believe that's where I'm a little bit more active. TikTok was a little bit, I don't know. I haven't gotten on board 100% with that app just yet. But I'll when
TikTok
I have something.
TikTok is interesting. People don't have a very large attention span. So not anymore. But if you've got something that's roughly around a minute and you can put it up and just get that out there, people in general are more inclined to watch a shorter version of an introduction to something than a very long one because just attention span.
Yeah, it is shorter attention span from my point of view. So, but I'll definitely I'm trying to get something out there for TikTok as well. I think I was just posting pictures,
I
and
just
I got some good audience. But Instagram is kind of where I've been posting a little bit more. But once I got something, I'll let you guys know.
All right. Mini Warmup says, "Oh man, I can see some serious expansions to this game. Get some ground to air attacks on your expansions, like the movie Reign of Fire."
I see you guys. Sorry to change the topic. You guys are looking at my
oh, you got the
profile
wrong
where I
one.
do game development. Yeah, I don't have anything
Oh,
for
Portland.
Iron Scales on YouTube yet. I haven't uploaded any videos about it or anything like that.
Oh, I'll subscribe to both of them. So let's get you guys, everyone that's watching, and even up on our podcast, we'll leave a comment up in the
Yeah, I'll put a link
links
to
up in the
because
comments.
this show I take all the audio and I put it on the podcast. So the podcast on like Spotify, iHeartRadio, Deezer. It's everywhere. So we'll put that
Mhm.
up. And Keegan says he's attaching a troop to his dragon's tail, so he has a tail gunner. I don't know.
Oh, there you go, man. That sounds awesome, man.
Yeah, there you go, Keegan. So you got people here who are looking forward to that already too. So Ice Wolf Mini Warmut there, Mini Warmut especially, he likes all sorts of different kind of games. So
Ice Wolf said he'll share the game with his friends
in
the Netherlands. So
he's gonna let
Thank
the
you.
people in the Netherlands know. So there
Thank you.
you go.
Appreciate it, as well.
I'm glad you were able to make it on, Ivan. So because people here will spread the word for you too. So
Of course. And I don't know if you guys have any other questions or anything for me. I mean, I'll be glad to talk about this. I can talk about this for hours. Trust me. I had to do it for 6, 8 hours straight. I have a convention, so just let me know if you guys have anything else you guys might want to know about the game itself, mechanics. It's all there. I can definitely share with you guys the draft of the manual as well. I'm put that on the Kickstarter on the how to play manual, so people can actually understand it a little bit more besides just a quick pre-launch page.
now, with like your manual or rule book, is it like a thick book or is it just gonna be a couple pages?
It's actually, I believe, about 7 pages,
Oh, so it's
but it's
pretty
like,
okay.
yeah, it's not too heavy really, and it's like half of it is images, so you can locate everything on the cards. It'll explain what each icon on the cards are and the the effects. So it's not too heavy. There's like 50% images, 50% actual words, but it's about
Okay, so
seven or
it's
eight
pretty
pages long.
easy to understand then.
Yeah, like I said, right? My kid, is 6 years old. She actually almost beat us all, so it's pretty easy to pick on.
that's fun though. That makes it fun when you're
Yeah, when our oldest granddaughter played Wings of Glory when we first got it, I would not play with her because she would like literally get behind you and know exactly where you were going. No.
She can attest to that because he thought he'd just keep circling. So she just stayed on his tail and shot him down. She just kept, all of her moves were circles, and that's what he thought. If he just kept circling, we didn't realize that's what the kid was thinking. I bet he's going to circle. So
there you go. There you go.
It with, you just couldn't get away. Sometimes it works out, but sometimes it becomes like a traffic jam because you just don't know, literally.
And those are the games I like, where you have to actually go in and predict what your partner or opponent it does.
Yeah. Very good. See, so you got some good ideas there for expansions to it if you want to keep them, and I think you could do quite a bit with it as it goes. Mm-hmm. But I agree with you, man. Keeping it simple for people to get on board with and learn, that's key. That's key to any of these tabletop games, I think, because some are just,
the main ones
down. You know, like I wouldn't take somebody and say, oh, you want to learn tabletop games, to dump them into Warhammer.
Yeah,
like,
no.
Oh, no.
You know, you just can't. You've got to give them something to work towards that, to where when they got to it, they could they had a background or something of understanding it. So my go-to, like I said all along, has been Wings of Glory to get people into it just because of the play mechanics. And I think you've got a real good idea with this because it's similar. It's going to be easy for people to pick up. But you got a lot of interest in these hardcore gamers too. So I bet your expansions, you just really consider if you can do it, especially if it takes off really well for you and you can do expansions.
I hope it does.
Yeah,
because I mean, we'll buy it. I have no problem with that.
It's good to hear. I'm very happy you guys are kind of interested in the concept and the game itself as well. Like I said, kind of the inspiration or where it all kicked off. So thank you. I'm glad you guys like it as well.
Oh, cool. Well, I'll get you my address, but then your expansions we would buy. So we like dragons and we like that type of mechanic. So already to us, this would be a fun game, especially with the kids too. So family is the number one to me, and her is our number one most important thing in life, right? Because no matter what, your family is
first.
Is that right? So having a game you can sit down and play with the kids that's fun like this too is another kind of breath of fresh air, because you can't do that with every single game, you know, and very few games. Zombicide you could, things like that, but they're not complicated types of games. And so I can see the kids getting into this too pretty well. So I think you're kind of covering everybody's base. And parents, a lot of us do want to spend time with the kids or the grandkids, you know, because one day they grow up. That 6-year-old one day will be bringing their grandkid to you, Ivan. You know what I mean? And so you got to enjoy the time that you got with them while you can. Oh,
I like dragons enough. I 3D printed Toothless and Light Fury.
There you go.
She's got that up by the fireplace.
In our living room by our fireplace.
It looks awesome.
So, yep, 3D printed and painted. So,
yeah, the 3D printer we have.
I have printed everything from dinosaurs to
Did you show him
berries?
Your big thing there?
I can definitely believe you that you got your prints all over. I got one recently and I started getting to Warhammer. I have so many prints everywhere right now. And the dragons, of course. Oh yeah, I did see that one on
this is
the
all
video.
3D printed.
Awesome. I think you did an amazing job painting it though. It looks really good.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah, she put a lot of time into it. So anything you can do to game with the family is absolutely a good deal. But I don't see any other questions, although they all seem to be pretty
excited about it.
In it. And
well, thank you, Ice.
Yeah, I can't wait to get a hold of it. I think it'll be a good deal, sir. And anytime you want to come
still have room in my room in here
and do some more promoting or updates, just let me know, man.
Of course. Appreciate it.
All right.
I'm glad to be here, man. Thank you for inviting me and to giving me this time to kind of talk about it.
No, you're welcome.
You're more than welcome.
We appreciate it. You're a good guy doing a good game, and you care about your family, we can tell. So you're welcome anytime, man. We will, whatever you want us to help promote with it, just send it. We'll put out whatever we can for you.
Most definitely.
Yeah. All right, Ivan.
Perfect.
Are you
I'll
good?
be signing off then.
All right,
right,
sign
Okay,
off
that's it.
then. Take care,
Thank you,
sir.
guys. Talk to you
Yep,
soon.
you're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
And thank you, everybody. Thank you, guys, Wolf, and I'll hopefully see you guys around. Thank you.
He's a good guy. I like that. I like the concept of the game.
I think it would be a cool concept.
I think he's gonna do pretty well with it, you guys. So when he does send us the copy, we will most definitely put it out for sure. I don't know. Thank you, Ivan. We really appreciate you making it to the show. And man, I wish him the best of luck with that because I think it's going to be a good looking, nice game. Yep, Ice Wolf says keep the rules a bit kid friendly. I always see they don't dive at the model run of the board to play another day. And yeah, I think it's going to do very well on a family level too because some games today, you guys, they're just not kid appropriate.
Yeah, kid appropriate or kid friendly.
And some are just way too just over the top bad. That's all I can say. And I love games, but there's just some I'm like, yeah, no. We'll stay away from this or that because of the things in it. And so it's nice to just see a good, decent game, a wholesome game that you can have fun with. Especially the fact that you're not going to know what the other person's move is. That's
I kind of feel
nice.
Honored that he happened to come across one of our games that we played.
Yeah, I feel really good about that. He said it inspired him. I'm like, that makes it all worthwhile. So
absolutely,
it's nice. Nice to hear that. Yeah. Very cool.
I do need to redo my hair. I'm starting to get dark again.
Oh, roots.
Yep.
Oh, well.
No.
What? What do you mean no?
I'm a lady. I gotta look younger, not older. Don't even. You already did that to me once.
Okay. It's all good. It's all good. Anyways, we appreciate you guys showing up too and hanging around because it was nice that he was able to get on. So very cool. It's on Kickstarter. It's Iron Scales.
I sent kind of the link. Well, so if you go back and look for my thing, you take the 2 spaces out and put dots in it. Periods, whatever you want to call it.
And even if you can't find the link, it's just Kickstarter. And then once you get there,
yep, type in Iron Scale.
Iron Scales.
Scales.
Yeah. Tilivica says, go for rainbow hair. That would be funny. Then we could call her Ashley Bright, like Rainbow Bright. But just Ashley.
Babe, remember what I said when we were right almost at 1,000 people? What? You got a hair dye coming up. We're over 2.
Don't recall anything.
Yeah, I will pull it back up.
No, but I didn't. I know I
didn't. Back me up.
Greg's not.
You didn't have to agree. I made it.
So long as you're not paint it blue and get crazy ideas.
Actually, I did do my hair blue one year.
Yeah.
It didn't last very long.
Not a good move.
No, because it turned green when it started fading. Yeah, never again.
Besides, you're not a Smurf.
No, that's your Space Marines.
No. You could call them Smurfs all you want.
A lot of people call them Smurfs.
Well, it's all good. Smurfs with flamethrowers that,
still get their butt kicked.
Hot pink hair dye, sure. No. Don't do something too drastic.
Everyone's got.
Oh, Ivan says currently his wife's hair is pink and purple. I can see that. Like,
blue and
have
purple.
you seen the layered
pink?
The layered hair?
Peekaboos.
But I'm just saying, pink is not going to look good for me.
I'd say
I'm good.
How old is she? 11? 12.
Who?
Kenna. She has a peekaboo basically, and she wanted the same color. She dyes it the same underneath. About half of it underneath is all the same color as mine.
Keegan says Space Smurfs. Yeah. No, I know I'm a little boring on the Space Marines, but that's who they are, and that's their color is blue. So people can call them Smurfs, but they're Smurfs with some heavy armor. So
Smurfs with attitude.
yeah, more like Smurfs with attitude. Yeah. Thank you, Ivan, again for
Yes,
coming on.
we really appreciate it, Ivan.
We appreciate it. And if you heard my comments, we just think it's you're going to do good. It's a nice game, and it's going to function well. So looking forward to that, man. As far as Ashley saying that there's some video, I never agreed to dye anything.
I will go back through all our lives.
There's
It was either close to 1,000 or close to 2,000 people.
no dye in my hair. I'm good. I earned everything I got.
I will
need
get
to
our
dye it.
3-year-old to say, Pop, we need to dye your hair.
That's
And
mean.
you will do it.
No, that's mean. That's mean. You can't use her against me. But yeah, I don't know. It's been a good week so far. So we're gonna go ahead and end the show, you guys. It's heading towards 6, and we appreciate all of you showing up every week. It always is a good ending to the week and a good start to the beginning next week. Next week's gonna be fun. It's a Tuesday. Wish me luck. They get to do all that cutting on my mouth there, and we'll get that out of the way. And
So look on our Facebook. I'll take pictures.
no. Goofball, yeah, she might take pictures. I don't know. That would be for like behind the scenes OnlyFans or something.
He could be hurting and still be doing stuff.
Yeah. Well, Ice Wolf says his Space Wolves are metallic, face shift blue and green because I love the color. It was my first sci-fi army, so it need to be metallic. That's cool. That color shifting paint is really some nice stuff.
It is. If you could find a good one, oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the one I did the dragon with, until the dragon ended up
breaking.
Yeah, but it was purple with.
So wasn't it green and purple?
It wasn't purple like you think, like gaudy purple. It was more of a greenish with purple hues. So when you turned it, the dragon just kind of looked
hyper
cool.
shifts. That's what it is. It was more of like a hyper shift.
Hyper shift.
Yeah. Where when you turn it in the light, it will become a different color.
Yeah, it's a color. They're color shifting paints, but it did really work well. I just have never done that with the Space Marines. Good luck Tuesday, Icewell says. I hope it doesn't hurt much.
Oh, no, he did not.
Man paint hurts more than female paint.
No, you guys just cry too much. That's what it is.
Uh-huh. Generally by ourselves under a desk or something. But yeah, I'm lucky, Icewell, because everybody normally has one nerve. I have 2 to 3. And they had said that I'm like an oddball. They rarely do they see that. It's pretty rare. So that's why things are much more painful for me than the average person. So I guess I'm lucky I got more nerve endings, I guess. Yeah, Icewell says every brand name's it different, but they look cool. They are all really pretty cool. But color shifts are good for certain things. All right, Telemachus, you have a good evening. Ivan, Keegan, Icewolf, Big Warmut,
Mythos, and Lily.
Charles, Lily, Mythos, yep. Everybody listening. Hex, if you're still there. Jeff, Chris, if you're still there. I know Wag had to leave, but thank you guys. We'll see you next Sunday, 4 p.m. Central. Take care of you guys and have some fun. We'll see you later.
Bye.